So here we have a story problem. They say the area of a rectangle is 65 square meters. The length is 3 meters less than twice the width. So anytime they say anything about a shape, we want to draw that shape. Gives us something we can label on. And then they tell us the length is 3 less than twice the width. So if I don't know the width and I call it W, then the length is automatically 3 less than twice the width. So twice the width means 2 times something, and 3 less than that would be 2W minus 3. All right, then how do I find area for a rectangle? I multiply the length and the width. So I know the width times the length should give me this 65 square meters they were talking about. And so if I distribute, I can find a way to solve this, maybe factoring or something. If it works out to a nice answer, then I'll have my width and I can use my width to find my length. So distribute this in here. I get 2W squared minus 3W. And I probably want to move the 65 because since it has a squared, it's quadratic. So I'm either going to have to factor or use quadratic formula. But either way, I need it equal to 0. So I might try to guess and check this one. You could do AC method, that always works, or you could do quadratic formula if you want to, also always works. So at that point, it's kind of up to you. But just because 2, there's only one way to split it up, right? It's 2W and W. Then I think maybe I have a hope of guessing and checking it. All right, so 65 and 1 seems too far apart. What else is a factor of 65? Well, 5 goes into 65, looks like 13 times. And then I can kind of visualize, like if I put the 13 here, it'd be 26 and 5. That's way too big to add to 3 or negative 3. So maybe if I put the 13 here and the 5 here, and then think about my signs, right? I need one positive, one negative, so that it multiplies to negative 65. So I think if I have negative 13, and this would be positive 10, that would add to negative 3, and it would multiply to negative 65. Right, because factoring is just foiling the opposite, so you're checking it by foiling. So that looks like it works. So I get 2 answers. W is either add 13 divided by 2, right, if I set that equal to 0, or negative 5. Now I can throw out negative 5 because I'm trying to find the width of a rectangle. The width of a rectangle can't be negative. So then let's go put this back in here. 13 over 2, you can leave it like that, or if you want to, because it's an exact one, you can put 6.5. So 6.5 meters. And then if I did twice 6.5, that would be 13 minus 3. So this is 6.5 meters by 10 meters for the length. So there's the dimensions, because notice they wanted both length and width. And you can kind of double check, 6.5 times 10 actually does give you an area of 65.